Welcome back to crypto's juiciest news, baby dolls. Bitcoin is hovering around 63,000 American dollars. We are sitting right here. Many people on Twitter that I've seen today, they have drawn this. They've literally drawn that. And why do they draw that? Well, just because they see lower highs. See, friends, you just, lower highs. But ultimately, we can't really control it anyway. We just have to wait and see how, I guess, that US data comes out for October and how the market starts to perceive this weakening economy from Americana. Now, here's the thing, friends. I mean, you can't deny this, bro. We are green in September. So I know that it feels like everything can just fall off at any moment's notice. But to be honest, if we were really going to get destroyed, I'll play some pump music for us. If we were really going to get destroyed, friends, I kind of feel like September would have been red. Kind of like this is the month. Like, why would you go up in Rectember knowing that there's 6 months of bad data coming out? I think the wisdom of the crowd, I think they're basically reading like, hey, the economy is going to crack. The US Fed is ready for the economy to crack, but it probably won't crack as hard. And you can feel that coming on now. If you check my Juicy News post, Bitcoin has a blue emoji, friends, because we've just had that green pump. It tapped $64,000, which is actually beautiful to see. But for now, we're still waiting to approach that weekly super trend and basically pray that we make it out of this zone. We really do have to make it out of this zone by the end of the year. Remember, Q4 plus 55% is the median. That would put Bitcoin at around $94,000 to $98,000 from here. Guess we'll see. There's some actually big news, friends. I've actually got it, before we even move to anything else, special news for PulseChain Community. The corrupt SEC have moved the court date to October 31st, to Halloween night. Okay, so as soon as I saw it, look, I'll be honest, this is not me confirming. It's not just them. It was Auntie Judge Carol, but man, it's all corrupt anyway. So I'm just letting you know that this news is broken. And as soon as I it came across it, I just immediately thought, okay, this is intentional. It's trying to basically intimidate the community. I'm just going to show you right now. Richard Hart posted it. All of you flying into the US to attend the hearing has been moved from October 24th to the 31st. We pray the honorable court serve justice. So, yes, this is, friends, this is 100%, it's done on purpose because the corrupt SEC, okay, when they took a break from chugging all that semen, they got a whiff that a lot of community people are going to come for support and they're going to get destroyed, and they are corrupt. They are the fourth puppet wing arm of the US Fed, but they can't get direct funding, and you know what they have to do. They basically just have to act as cockroaches and whip everybody until the banks and everyone else, the insiders, start to do things, which I'm going to show you, like allow Bitcoin custody, which is coming, by the way, and all these other things. So they can basically get their tentacles in, and then you can allow to go do your other stuff. So for now, friends, this is 100%. I can tell it feels intentional. Why would you go move it to a public holiday Halloween night? It's obvious because they don't want anybody to rock up. They want everybody to go, basically just go do something else. They know people are coming from overseas and interstate. They're like, okay, let's just go move it. So it's very, very dirty from them, and they're scum and they're evil. So they can go suck a fat one when we win. And also got to remind you, friends, moving a court date, bro, hey, Gary Gensler and every other piece of trash subhuman filth who works at the corrupt SEC, let me tell you something. Hexicans survived minus 99% of a price drop. You think by moving a court date 7 days, they're going to be phased by that? They're walking around with tattoos. Shame on you, scum. Luckily for them as well, Richard Hart actually powers up on Halloween night. This is funny. Let's hope only professionals attend the case. This is a massive court case. So funny. Oh, the Bitcoin white paper was released October 31st. Everything seems to be aligning. Yes. You want to know what's funny, friends? I forgot the gentleman's username. You know who you are. They said that if you know anything about basically these pneumatics, memics, I forgot the word, some numerology thing. If you add up October 31st, 2024, the court date, the number adds up to 90. And then I replied, okay, that's the HEX target price. We're going to 90 cents. That'd be funny. Imagine PHEX gets to 90 cents and EHEX is like 45 cents. That'd be crazy. Now, I do have the semen bottle milk kill for Gary Gensler, the semen demon. He's no match for the PulseChain community, as everyone knows. So I just want you to know, friends, it's just like in an XRP army, but there's a difference here. Ripple dumps, Richard pumps. You get it? Complete difference. Now, moving on, friends. Michael Saylor has bought an extra 7,100 Bitcoin. And yes, it's actually fantastic to see. Chad Saylor, there you go, 7,400 BTC, $500 million almost at 61,750 bucks. Wow, friend, this is insane. He's actually on side for the first time. Wow. You know what, friends, there's a website here if you're curious. It's called Saylor Watch. If you go to saylorwatch.com, S-A-Y-L-O-R. Oh, no, sorry. Pardon my Spanish, friends. It's actually saylortracker.com. Saylortracker.com. Positions. Wow, bro, you're up to 16 billion now. My gosh. So it's funny, friends. He's only up 60%. Isn't that funny? After all that, he's only up 60%. He started buying at 9,000. So if he just went all in there, by the way, of course, he has leverage. He couldn't have bought everything at 9 there, but he went all in there pretty much at the time. Just see that's in markets on average, friends, on a long enough time frame, you eventually come to the same conclusion. And by the way, says the stats back this up. It's actually not optimal to DCA. It's actually not optimal. It's actually optimal to go all in on day one when you investigate something. The problem, though, is whenever someone hears that, they're like, okay, let me go buy the 14th cat coin on Solana and pray that the cabal isn't dumping on me, for example. So people misconstrue it. So yes, psychologically, it's better to DCA, psychologically, because you always feel like no matter what bad stuff happens, you always got ammo, even though you probably end up with the same average price, you know that? So I've seen this many times. People get DCA over time, but because they're buying these lower clips at the bottom, they still end up buying on the way up. You roughly get the same price. However, you feel nicer just about existing through a bear market or turmoil because you're like, oh, I've got more ammo. Okay, sweet, send it lower. I'll buy more. Okay, it helps you psychologically, right? And it's all about surviving in this game because who cares whether you bought, for example, let's say who cares whether you bought Hex at 4 cents or 5 cents in the long run, but maybe the 5 cent guy went all in. He went all in 2022 and he's worn out. But someone else, maybe they're adding like $100 a week or whatever. Just using an example, yeah? And they're just able like, okay, sweet, the lower you go, cool, I get to buy more, right? So it's all about mental psychology here. Now, maybe else, I'm going to go back to the charts here and just show you the others BTC is still lagging. And I've revealed for you some nice revelation videos just to show you that the level of interest rates, it's nominally very high. And it really crushes DeFi. Because think about this, friends, think about this. What on this earth can offer like a 5% interest rate in today's world? Nothing except a man-made Ponzi piece of paper. That's what the fiat currency is. So DeFi is real market stuff. It's not like the Fed being willing. There's no DeFi. There's no like real market thing. So in DeFi, just think about this. Do you really want to borrow stuff sustainably for like, a 7 or 8% interest rate? You get destroyed. It's like a credit card loan rate. You don't want to. And they're pretty disgusting, okay? But the US Fed, they can play around with those rates because they have basically infinite money, printer money. So when that rate goes down from their bond rate goes down from 5 to 3 or 2%, now DeFi is competitive again. It's right in that sweet spot. It won't be as juicy as 2020, cycle 1, because its rates was 0%. And your long-term bond yields were like 1 and 2%. They were garbage, right? But you basically get to see that the wisdom of the crowd, right? We've priced the Russell, the small caps, with altcoins, and they've been saying the same thing, which is you've been lagging so far. Okay, so if you knew this, I guess you'd act differently, but no one knew it was really going to play out like this. This is hindsight observation. So I know a lot of people applaud me for it. Thank you very much, friends. I don't need applause, but I appreciate all your comments when it comes to this, but ultimately, it's not. All I'm doing is I'm helping all of us observe. I go, oh, this is what happened, right? Because I'm not going to pretend like I sat here and go, this is how it's going to play out, okay? Because the markets are so chaotic ultimately. Now, what about the odds, friends? There's actually, look at this. So, short-term, this is a comment from the US Fed, right? Short-term US interest rate futures tick up as Fed's Waller flags the risk of inflation going too low, reflecting increased bets on bigger Fed rate cuts. So, friends, pretty much, okay, if inflation gets too high, you disrespect the US dollar. However, if unemployment rate gets too high, people want to revolt and they pitchfork. So now they're going to be targeting that US dollar thing. He's basically saying inflation's low, don't worry about it. Because they know. Unemployment is ticked. They can see all the data. They can see some stuff early, and they can basically see with their models. They go, okay, the economy has definitely turned. Now it's all about how hard it turns. All right. The odds, right? You're probably interested about the odds. It's 50-50 now, neck and neck. whether it's another 50 cut or a 25 basis point cut. I just want to let you know as well. So a lot of people, they really do have no idea what the hell they're talking about, but that's okay because it's a market, okay? When it comes to interest rates, we are not at the neutral rate. The neutral rate is the economy just cruises sideways, okay? The neutral rate's about 3 to 3.5. Okay, so right now we're like in mega tight mode, right? So as they're cutting, we're going back to neutral. Do you see? See, Vince, we're always like trying to imagine a scenario where we're euphoric and people are trapped. One potential scenario where we're euphoric and people are trapped, I'm going to bring up the Bitcoin chart is, let's say they keep cutting and we get to neutral. We're up to 3% up here, okay? We're up to 3%. So this one I'm just going to show you. If they keep cutting, friends, and we're up to 3%, it's possible. I mean, hoping Bitcoin's 200K. It's possible that some like forecasts appear where, let's say the rate's 3.5, and then the forecasts are like, oh, guys, they're going to cut from 3.5 down to 2.5 ahead, right? It probably won't happen that clearly, but this is all of us here. And then it would be bearish up there because you're thinking, wait a minute, we're at 3.5 and that's neutral. If you go down to 1.5 or 2.5, that's because the economy is so weak, it needs stimulus there. And that's probably when everyone gets that, the classical inverted yield curve that everyone has been waiting for a long time. Right now, friends, sorry, the uninversion. The yield curve inversion right now, friends, this is the 3-month 10-year. This one has had no false signals. It still hasn't uninverted, okay? So all I'm doing is I'm just imagining a scenario where we get there and then people drunk on euphoria, drunk on everything, they're like, wow, interest rates went up. They're going to do it again. Let me tell you this, friends. Perfect example is actually Bitcoin. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to show you the Bitcoin price with the interest rates here. We're going to add them here. So if you want to play around with this, what you can do, friends, is you can come here, you can type in Fed Funds, and you can add it, but click on New Price Scale. And look at this. So this is the Fed Funds rate. This is the interest rate. See, it started going up, right? Look at this, friends. Look, it started going up and we crashed, okay? So they started going up and we crashed, but look what ends up happening. They hike even more and we reverse. Do you see? Now, what I can do, friends, is imagine that's inverted. So what I'm going to show you is, what if this cycle does the inverse of that? What I'm going to now do now is a delicate squiggly line stuff where we basically go up and the US Fed, see this, I'll actually change to the green so we can see. The US Fed, see how this is sideways? What if they cut, right? They cut as we go green. Now they cut down, and if you can see the interest rates, what do we have on the far right? So 3% here. So they'll cut down and it comes back here, okay? And then what happens is maybe they're going to cut more. And everyone thinks, because I'm thinking about a trap, right? That's what we're trying to fence. We're trying to think about a trap forming as a visionary before everybody even knows a trap could even form. So always thinking about, well, what if we get there, and what are the noobs and the plebs going to do? They're going to say, friends, do you remember what they said in the bear market? In the bear market in 2022, they said the US Fed hiked rates, and so they're going to hike rates even more. So Bitcoin is going to drop down to 5 and 10K because they're going to keep hiking. But actually, it was already priced in. You see? So what we might find is, well, this big move next year, maybe have a big move, that might price in all the cuts. You get it? But when they're only still at 3.5. But then what are the weekends going to do? They're probably say, I'm talking about Bitcoin 200K fans. Hopefully we're all on the moon. And all the new people coming in, they'll be saying, well, if the US Fed cut from 5 to 3, and then we went up like all this money, well, when they cut from 3 to 1, we're going to go up all this money again. And so they might be doing that classic thing where they just linearly extrapolate into the future. But that might be, hey, we're going below neutral. And then as they start to do it, maybe there's like one last little pop of justice, and then the economy just cracks, something cracks, there's a war breakout, whatever, some pre-programmed FUD. So, because here's the thing, friends, you'll find out these weird stuff appears around the world, and it's never the government that's to blame. It's always somebody else, and they always come in to try fix it, okay? So all I did was there, I've just drawn a scenario just to show you that it is possible we keep expanding on these rates, and it fools everyone to think, hey, don't fight the Fed, things are going to keep going up, right? But, like I said, all I'm doing, by the way, this is not your friend Tommy. Like I'm not actually pulling anything out of nowhere, out of the behind. Okay, I'm actually just showing you what happened in the past. They hiked rates here, and then we reversed up as they kept hiking. Okay, well, You know, what if we just, let's say once again, okay, they cut rates here, and then we like start the bear market as they keep cutting. And that's one possible scenario that like could happen. We'll see. Of course, another scenario, friends, you go, okay, well, what if just the economy cracks right now and then they have to print a shitload and we go up? Here's the thing. I think that scenario is too easy because, like, okay, the economy cracks. Oh, put rates to 1% again. Okay, everything just goes moon. Everyone wins. Everyone wins. Okay, if you're holding, you got nothing to worry about. Spot, and everybody sidelines, gets to buy free money. I don't think that's going to happen. That already happened in 2020. Markets don't work like that. Now, continuing on with the news, friends, Michael Saylor has confirmed the rumor that a major US bank will begin to accept Bitcoin as custody. Yes, it's actually 100% true. I was actually very shocked when I saw it. I'm actually going to show you the news right now. This is crazy. He goes, credible rumors are circulating that one or more major banks in the US will be able to custody Bitcoin. So this is big news, and friends, you can see all the tentacles coming. I mean, we're talking about this for 2 years. I've been talking about all this every day, friends. I'm telling you, they're coming. They're coming. You got the ETF. Now you're going to have the bank custody. What's going to come? Self-regulation ban, self-custody ban. Look, it's so obvious. First, they have all the banks. They all accept the custody. When they get all the customers in, all the picket fence people who basically, you know, they cut the crust off the sandwiches for the kids, right? Those guys. And once they finally got a lot of the Bitcoin, a lot of the popular vote there, what are they going to say? They're going to go, it looks like Iran has been dealing secret nuclear weapons with China using the blockchain Bitcoin network. Looks like unregulated areas are really bad. I guess we're going to have to put in more regulation. That's what they're going to do, friends. It's so obvious. Friends, I'm literally sitting in a dusty room on a squeaky chair with very straight posture and fluffy slippers. If I can think of this, what do you think the Coconut Intelligence Agency is doing in the background to try help them out in terms of like planting this? Like, it's so obvious, okay? And once they do that, what can you do? They're going to go, hey, you can't have self-custody. And what they're going to do, by the way, friends, I don't want to like put shit on Gaten Adams, Uniswap founder, but Uniswap V4 centralized. They have a central server for their hook shit. So it's very obvious what can happen. They're going to have all the liquidity pools. And if you're not government approved, then you don't get access to the liquidity pool. You're basically in some pirate island and they'll call you basically a terrorist criminal. You see, it's like flying around without a passport. Oh, you need a blockchain passport. Hopefully though, not hopefully, we can tell it's going to be a bear market thing for the next cycle. Maybe Bitcoin goes to 200, back down to 70. Everyone says it's over. And then we're like, wait a minute. You can't ban self-custody, bro. Just to let you know, just to let your friends and family know, you can't ban people from knowing 12 words in their head. Okay? That's banning self-custody. But it's more tongue-in-cheek than that because they can ban you liquidity pool trading. They can ban certain websites. Then everyone has to do their own one, right? So they can do things to make it annoying. It depends how much power they want to grab. Now, baby dolls, there is actually some big, nice pumps going on in the PulseChain ecosystem. This is Pulse Coin List showing you. Also even have, well, DickWifButt up 24%. And also we saw Pika on PulseChain up 24%. It's actually nice. You're probably witnessing, so events, whenever things go down, I know there's a lot of people come out, they say a lot of stuff. And they're like, you lost your money. I'm like, bro, what happened to the 15 coins you gave your audience? And then 14 went down 99%. And then you pretend they don't exist. What happened to those ones? I'm like, oh, well, but this is it, friends. This is DWB, so this nice curl up. What I'm going to do is change it to the pulse ratio as well, just so we can see. And yeah, it's actually nice right here. There you go, 66%. My settings have been reset, friends. Google Chrome had to reset all the settings, so hopefully we're still able to mark all the boxes. But yeah, as you can see, friends, these types of stuff, the best part about PulseChain Community, friends. See, what we've learned, and you've basically, verified, every coin, every asset, has boom and bust cycles. They have narratives at the tops. They have FUD events at the bottoms. Random hacks, exploits, community arguing at the bottoms. Everyone at the top, everyone wants a party and everything. Okay, you can't remove those. That's cycles. You never ever remove those. That's a like guaranteed of life, right? Guaranteed. There is an interesting thing though when I start to add into the philosophy of your friend Somi in friendship here. Well, if you abandon versus staying with the coin, that is life and death. Okay, abandoning is death, and then staying with the coin and the community stays, that's giving it life. That's what you want, okay? So when everyone says, oh, you lost all your money, okay, that doesn't, what it should be saying is that's wrong, okay? They should be, if someone says, oh, you lost all your money in a coin because it's down, that's an incomplete sentence. They should say, hey, I've done all the research. People are leaving the Telegram. I can't tag it anymore on Twitter. No one supports it at all. Okay, it's abandoned. All the insiders and the Cabal team and everyone else that they want to allege, they're all gone and they're going to move on to something else. If you can show evidence of that, and trust me, the evidence will be really clear in your face, okay, sweet, it's an abandonment, okay, if they moved on to something else. But if they haven't moved on to something else, it's a cheap price, okay? Now, not financial advice, but I'm just showing you that's the key difference, friends. So you don't know how high your thing will ever go. You just know if you stick together, you have friendship and kindness. This is Pika on PulseChain. Wow, what a nice chart, man. What a nice chart. I mean, we got to play some nice Pikachu Journey music, friends. Look at this. It's very nice to see, actually. I know some of you friends are going to enjoy the fact that there's night mode now on my deck screener. We've now turned the corner, friends. Is my night mode switching? Is it now going to be ushering in a pump? I think so. Now, baby dolls, my friend Non-Playable Character, he's in the Pulse Bear channel. He made this post. If you remember, friends, I literally made a video on this. Literally, this one video. I'm telling you, this was significant. His post. Right, that's it for me. Been a long time coming, and I've hung around this place long enough. Sometimes you got to man up and realize a place that was once enjoyable has become a cesspit. I have exited everything apart from 10, 12, and 15-year hex stakes. Not interested in the drama anymore. I gonna tend my vegetables and read a book by the fire. Time to switch off. Hopefully, it is worth it for you guys to stick around. Literally the next day. You fucks. I sold my bags and now you decide to go up. Literally, friends, we've gone up at 2x. Okay, we've literally got, I'm not even joking, we've gone up at 2x. I'll show you. We've gone up at 2x. And now, as your friend, I will now zoom into the chart and show you, man, this is the thing, man. Look, bro, when you're down here, I don't care what the coin is, okay? When you're down this low, it is very, very, very dangerous to be clicking out. Really dangerous. Look how fast it moves up, friends. If you just go up on, like, look at this 4-hour chart. Look what happened. See us. Like, I just want you to know, man, like, it goes up 118%. I just want to let you know, okay? Look at this, okay? I think you got it around here. I forgot. But even here, bro, look at this. Oh, my gosh. See this minus 52%? So, friends, if you want to know, this is like this is porn for yourself, okay? Like, satisfactory porn. So, chart porn. You go to where the chart is, the price today, and then you get your ruler measurement. See this ruler? You get the ruler. You press shift on the keyboard if you want. And then you go to where the person sold. So maybe he's sold around here. And you see how this number's 52%? That means if he was to buy back in, he gets 52% less bags. So, like, so if he sold 10 million hex, for example, now he can only buy back around 5 million. Unless, of course, the price comes back down again. Okay, but what if, that's why it's so risky, bro. What if the price doesn't come back down again, okay? What if it goes up again up here? Now oh my gosh, now he's down 75% if it does another 2x. So he can only buy back. He had 10 million, now he's down to 2.5 million. Or if he sold 1 million, now he can only get 250K. So it becomes very damaging to yourself, man, to play these long-term games. That's why taking a long-term view, friends, it's the best because the markets are so thin, man. So this is even me, the video. He sold and immediately regretted. F. And look at this. It just kept going up. Even in my video, I'm sure I mentioned in my video, like, oh yeah, maybe it does come back down again. But bro, it's really risky, man. It's really risky. This was before he moved up. Before. I'm just telling you, man, at any point. At any point. Now, I don't like saying it all the time because it gives you hope. Like, oh, we're going to 3x any day. We're going to 5x next month. I don't like talking like that. I'm just telling you that you didn't even need that, bro. You just need like a 20% move and then it grinds up. Here's the thing. People don't buy back in higher. You know that? They don't until it's gone a lot. People don't trade with stock. They don't sell at like, you know, at 5 cents and then buy back up at 6.5 if it goes up. They don't do that. What's everyone been doing in PulseChain, Hex, Chainlink, Polygon, everything? They've just been like, okay, I'm selling and then everything's going to crash bad and then I'm going to be able to get in. They're all waiting for that big zombie virus capitulation moment. They're all waiting for that. What if you don't get it, bro? I'm just telling you, what if you don't get it? Like I just showed you. Okay, what if the US economy cruises for like a bit longer than the bears can handle, basically making them pretty much insolvent for the next year? What if the US economy cruises? What if we crack in 2026 when you're all expecting 2025? Or what if it starts cracking, but they do such good stimulus that it buys another year before the second crack into 2026. You see what I mean? I'm just giving you these scenarios, man. A lot of things can happen, man. We're just like, okay, we don't go to zero. See? That's why PulseChain core coins, friends, are doing amazing for the day. Look at this, man. You have HEX, Protein HEX, and you have Erection HEX here, up 7%. Ink up 15%. That's great. One of the crowd favorites because it has the greenest logo. I guess the market's choosing, huh? It's beautiful to see, friends. All the top gains. Look, see what happens. All these are leverage on Pulse. All these. So you have Pika on PulseChain plus 24%. You also saw DickWifButt plus 20%. So these are more aggressive, but they're more risky. So Icosa it's Richard Hart approved, Alex Magic Beard. It's more solid. It's been around for 2 to 3 years. With these other new things, like DickWifButt launched in like, I don't know, March or April, May this year, right? And Pika, same thing. They're like, they're new coins. But new, if you're right, means like super turbo win, right? You got a 40,000x buying DogWifButt in December last year. 40,000x from 100K market cap to 4 billion, right? You got that same amount in Pepe. You got even more. Just to show you, friends, the new stuff, yes, the new stuff can be risky. It could be a new scammer. But if it's a new winner... That's why, friends, we've got a fluffy microphone. We're doing as much as we can to just keep the community pumping out here. And I thought I'd make this picture. Friends, I've got a lot of these pictures coming out here. This is amazing. I literally made this for the community. So this is Hexologist, and this is $1.49 Hex. So I just wanted to show everybody the pawn. This is what it looks like, friends. This is, sometimes you got to give yourself some dopamine, friends. You know what I mean? It's Saturday night. Just have some fun. Now, Hexologist spent 70,000 Hex to buy one pizza, okay? And he did it as like the Bitcoin pizza guy at the start. And then, it's funny, 70,000 Hex was $20 when he did it, but at the top, it was worth $30,000. Wow. That's like 10,000 Hex, man. It's huge. Now, here's the thing. If Hex gets to $1.49, he's only going to need 10 Hex for a pizza. That'll be amazing, man. He spent 70,000 Hex. By the way, Hexologist, that might be one of the greatest marketing things we can do. Do you want to know why? I know Hexologist is just going around. He's giving around prostate exams. And thank you for that, by the way. Thank you for keeping everybody healthy in check. But it's a genius idea, friends. You want to know why? It's like accidental genius because he's tied Hex as a national day with a Bitcoin pizza day, the biggest one. I'm telling you, this is big because if we keep going up, this is perfect marketing, okay? Because friends, you already know. Here's the thing. Okay, maybe say, okay, nothing's ever gonna topple Bitcoin's market cap. Okay, but friends, what happens when there's a spear and then there's a derivative of it or something that's like linked to it? What happens? How much valuation do you get? I've told you, right? It's about 5 to 10%. Yeah? So let's just say 5% flat number. Okay. Well, basically what it means is for every 20 people that see it, one person is going to buy the other thing. That's pretty much what it means, right? So if Bitcoin is getting 100 people's attention in the media and stuff, man, that's an extra 5 people who are just going to be exposed to Hex just from that pizza day thing. And trust me, that pizza day thing's big. You want to know why it's big, friends? Every year I get family and friends, they send me the Bitcoin meme. And it always comes from Facebook and stuff. You know what I mean? But it's the Bitcoin pizza meme. I get it sent every year. Every year. We don't even talk about it really in crypto, but it's really important. For some reason, that pizza thing, it's still really, really important in everyone's mind. It is literally, it's hogging up all this real estate. I don't know why. It's something to do with pizza and the fact that it's grown so much because it's so relatable. There is something magical about it. And you know what? Shout out to Mr. J Plush. So you always have. Mr. J Plush has extremely high value, friends. He is one of the highest value reply commenters. Right? I literally, just let you know, I scroll down posts just to see Jay, just to see Jay's comments. This is it, friends. This was the pizza. This was him eating. No, Dr. Hexologist. No. That's a $70,000 pizza one. He's eating a $70,000 pizza when Hex is $1. Look at this. Oh, man, that's crazy. In September 2021, that was a $35,000 pizza. So, oh my gosh. That's him doing it. Wow, that's great. There you go, 2019, friends. That was at the lows after it launched. Hey, I'm eating it. Oh, that's so funny, man. He's just God bless him. He's so funny, man. He's such a good dude. You can just tell he's such a cool family guy, and it's just like he's got the perfect facial expression as well. Like in terms of like he looks like he thinks he knows what he's doing, but he's gonna make a regret. Of course, Dr. Hexologist, he's got stakes running on. It's gonna be fine, right? But it's still funny. Look, people will never imagine this guy's got like he's gonna have 7-8 figures plus one day, or that he even had, right? And if it comes back up, they'll never imagine that. They'll just think, oh, you spent $70,000 on a pizza, and that'd be funny. But it'd be great marketing, right, for the Hex Pizza Day. Now, friends, we are counting down the days. We are about now 8 days to CZ getting released from jail. Okay, man, this AI thing's getting good, friends. This AI, look at this. I don't even know if it's AI, but look, man, they can even do the hair. Like if your hair's thinning a bit, that's... Okay, now, 8 days. Now, what happens when CZ gets out? I don't know. Market just pumps. That's it. CZ's out. Let's go, boys. And it's funny, September 29th. Can you imagine how the hell do you explain this, friends? You wrote this into a Hollywood movie script, no one will believe you. They go, okay, the guy who's got the 4 meme, who just spams the meme 4, gets sentenced to jail for 4 months, and then gets released exactly September 29, almost like he gets released, takes a day to recoup himself, and he's like ready to tweet on October 1st, which is literally the greenest quarter and the highest month of pumps beginning. And like it's almost magical if this works out, man. Also, shout out to Mr. Hex Jam Hex with some lovely pictures of CZ's future welcome back party. Just CZ walking around. Look, it's funny, if you know anything about CZ, friends, he would not even be. He would never be at his own party. It's funny. Because remember, just a friendly reminder, CZ sold his house in China to go all in on Bitcoin in 2013. So yeah, and then from that he started Binance. So that's why he's a billionaire, man. He went all in on a unicorn, Bitcoin, and then he went all in on building a unicorn. Like he caught a fart in a jar twice, which is like, amazing just to do it once. Now, where to from here, friends? It's funny. I just love putting these pictures out here. I have this like just this giant. Look, friends, if you've been watching my content, okay, I put my heart and soul into this. But I'll just tell you from personal feedback, okay, I know I put heart, soul, blood, sweat, tears into posts, explaining stuff, and like we really work out the kinks of things. We get deep into what's going on, builds our conviction, okay? I know, dude, nothing gets people going like this, okay? Nothing. And do you know what's interesting is sarcasm, irony, everyone just throws it away in a green candle market. They just throw it away. And look what my post was saying, by the way. Here's my professional and unbiased technical analysis on Hex. If we can get to 99-cent level and break it, we can get to $1. So, friends, I learned, if you have spare time, watch Ansem's recent interview for Got Some podcast. Did some interview. I think the Thread guy, I think it was the interview with that. And there's a part in there, you learn about the crowds, but not Ansem telling you about it. It's just Ansem basically, he starts speaking about the hundreds of lies and made up stories that come about him. There's guys who pretend to know him. He met a guy in a club, randomly a guy in a club comes out and goes, hey, bro, I know your best friend, your business partner, this dude. And it's not a random black dude. And he's like, bro, I don't know who the fuck that is. I don't know who that is. I've never met that guy. So just all these people around America and the world are basically scamming and grifting people to raise money, pretending that they know Ansem. They're all just saying they know him. And he's like he can't even control it. How's he going to go? I don't know this guy. I have no idea. Right? He's like, his friends, that's movie actor level. He's literally unicorn status. People are lying. Friends, one guy got laid because Ansem replied to his tweet. He just said like a lol. And this guy messaged, hey, man, I'm at a club and told this girl you're my homie and I'm trying to get in or whatever. Like, can you please reply? You know what I mean? And then he goes, lol. And he just like replies, yeah. And then he replies later, thanks, man. It worked. You know what I mean? Ansem shared one of his comments. This was like 6 months ago or something. And I saw it like, oh, wow, we're hitting that level of crazy, right? So people literally, friends, just completely fabricate stories. They fabricate. There's so much. There's not even any truth anymore. It's like any slight truth, they bend it. Friends, you also saw what happened in at the beginning of this year. Remember, I showed you Ansem joined a coin. He just joined the Telegram. The coin did a 100x in 4 hours. Okay, it went from 50k market cap to 5 million. It literally just said Ansem has joined, and that's it. This coin literally went from 50k to 5 million. Yeah, that's why, friends. I know a lot of people. They're trying to usher me into groups, into everywhere, just spam the groups because that's what they want. That's what they want. They want to show a screenshot of me in there to like get everybody flowing and stuff. I know that, and like I have to be mindful of that in the future. But I don't want to think of people like that because I'm here out in the trenches with you. Like I don't want to think like, oh well, people are just trying to get me to click onto a channel, and it's a. But here's the thing, friends. People just don't even. They make up stuff. But here's the thing. You can have two perspectives of that, friends. If you believe the orange juice glass is half empty, you have a myopic view, nihilistic, oh, booms and bust cycles. But no, we got to have the orange juice is half full approach. Because if people are willing to just fabricate bullshit narratives like that, what do you think is going to happen when Bitcoin's 100K? What do you think is going to happen when it's 200K? People are just going to start the biggest rumors. Do you remember all the Litecoin fake sponsorships from 2022, 2021? They're saying, oh, Litecoin's now officially... It's people just make stuff up. And you know what? Because the crowd wants it. The crowd wants these narratives. They're like hunting for these narratives. So ultimately, that just leaves us back to this Bitcoin price chart. This is the weekly chart. We're obviously praying for a nice squiggly line retracement. The way I'm feeling it, friends, I just don't feel like 100k Bitcoin is the smart sell. I just think there's going to be a trap there, man. I feel it. I just feel like it goes up, pokes 100, everyone thinks we're clear, and then we like crash. And then everyone thinks, oh, the economy's rolled over. But they print and the economy goes back into the cruise overdrive mode, and it actually does that. And everyone gets back in, and they're like, oh, wow, they're going to keep cutting rates again. I go, no, here's your crash. So you just... I don't know why. I'm just seeing something like that. But hey, I could be drunk, blind drunk. I guess we'll find out, right? Like, subscribe, Billy Bad and all. Don't forget, loves you. Catch you soon.